There's something about stewed fish that's very comforting. Very, very simple, but so good. I'm using pink snapper, and to that I'm adding lime juice and salt, and the fish has already been cleaned and skilled. And the lime juice helps to neutralize the fishy flavor, but it does not overwhelm the natural flavor of the fish. I'm going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. After the fish has sat for 20 minutes, I rinse it to remove that excess lime juice. Now I like to flour my fish when I fry it, so to a bowl I'm adding flour, all-purpose seasoning, salt and black pepper. Coating the fish in flour is completely optional. You can either fry it without flour, or you can skip frying altogether and just drop the fish straight into the sauce. Coating the fish in flour before frying helps to thicken the sauce, and also it helps the sauce to cling to the fish. If this is your first time here, please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. The full recipe is always linked below in the description box. This leads you to my blog, jehancancook.com, where you will find this recipe and many more just like this. You can use any variety of snapper for this stew, as well as porgy or even tilapia fillets. Once I've coated all of the pieces of fish in flour, I am going to fry it in oil until it's golden brown on both sides. And I'm frying this at a fairly high temperature just because I just need it to brown. I don't need the fish to completely cook because I will continue to cook it later on in the sauce. Once you begin to see that golden brown color on the edges, just flip it over to the next side and allow that side to brown as well. Once the fish has browned on both sides, I remove it from the pot and place it into a bowl or plate lined with paper towel to catch the excess oil. Now that I've fried all of the fish, I'm going to set it to the side and get started on the sauce. To a pot, I'm adding oil, and once the oil is hot, I'm going to add onions and cook that for about 3 to 5 minutes on medium heat and allow it to soften and become translucent. Next, I'm going to add crushed garlic and ginger to the pot. And you just want to cook this for about 30 seconds just until it becomes fragrant, or the garlic will burn. Next, I'm adding thyme, bay leaf, scotch bonnet, and tomatoes, and I'm going to stir this around. I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes, just until the tomatoes start to break down. Next, I'm going to add ketchup to this, and yes, the ketchup just adds something. You can also use tomato paste in place of the ketchup. Now I'm going to add water, but you can also use a vegetable broth. I didn't have any on hand, so I use water, and to that I am adding all-purpose seasoning. I'm just going to stir this around and allow it to come to a boil. Then I'm going to reduce the heat to a simmer and cover it and allow it to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm going to add the fish, and I wanted a fair bit of the sauce because fish tends to suck up that gravy. Now you're going to want to tuck the fish into that gravy. Do your best without breaking up the fish. Once you've gotten all of the fish into the pot, and I felt as though I had to create some sort of magic to make sure every piece fit, I'm going to add fresh chopped scallion, and then I'm going to let this simmer covered for about 10 to 15 minutes. You don't want to cook it for too long or else the fish will break apart. And this is the end result. See how the sauce clings to the outside of the fish? That is because of that coating that we fried the fish in earlier. The sauce is nice and thick, and it is absolutely perfect over rice. The fish is still flaky, it holds together. I'm telling you, this is a treat. Don't forget to check the recipe below in the description box, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.